Hello and welcome back to a chip off the old block toys. I am Jeff, and today we're going to do something a little different. We've never done this before. Usually when I do mocks, they're my own creation. They're not anybody else's or anything. But this time I looked at Rebrickable and I saw a version of the 3-in-1 Horse Knight's Castle, which is set number 31168. And I did the 3-in-1 videos on them. Hello, Greg. Hello, Jenny. And when I saw it, I really liked it. So I went and bought the instructions. And let me show you what it's going to look like. So this is what it looks like built. And I really like it. It looks really cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by wrecking I have 3 copies. It only needs 2. But I'm going to wreck all 3 and stick them together. And we're going to go ahead and build this. And yeah, so there we go. So let's switch camera angles and let's get started on this. There we go. All right. So how's everyone doing tonight? I hope you guys enjoy this because I've never done this before. I actually had to create a Rebrickable account. Never purchased anything off of Rebrickable. Have you guys ever used Rebrickable? Just out of curiosity. And if you have you built anything off of it? And if you have, what is your favorite build? I do realize this is probably the least interesting part right here, but, well, I don't have time to do this separately, so I figured we just do it together and have a good conversation about Lego while we're at it. And it's actually going a lot quicker than it does to build it, let me tell you that. Let's see. Okay. So we do have, they're just looking at what we need. I had nobody out tonight. Okay. I'm not sure what that means. Okay, so cool. I'm actually going to be very careful with these pieces because these are the ones that it says we need first. Oh, Pizza Hut. Okay. Did you dine in or did you take out? I used to work at Pizza Hut, by the way, Greg. Back when I was 17 years old, I worked there. I was part of the morning crew that started at 4 in the morning, and we made dough. And in fact, the official job title was Dough Master. You did delivery. Okay, so neither one. Yeah, we had to get there at 4 in the morning to be that. I recently made a Rebrickable account after getting back into Lego. Okay. Hey, Albert, how you doing? Yeah, Greg, they stopped the buffet. Oh, I don't remember. It's been a long time. But I used to like that too. Yeah, Rebrickable, it's something new to me. I mean, I've heard about it, and a couple of my fellow lug members, they rave about it, but I've never had any part of it until just today, really. I've looked at it, but never made an account until today. My day's been pretty good. Thanks for asking, Mrs. Chip. I had a bit of a hiccup this morning because my alarm didn't go off. It was set, and when I woke up, it was set. I never hit snooze. It just didn't work. So that was kind of troubling. So I was late to my own live stream this morning, but we got it done. And then after the live stream, I decided to take care of a few things. We've got, what do you call it, baby chicks in the house. And they're in a 27-gallon tote, but they're not so babyish anymore. And they're really getting too big for that tote. Not only that, they're too stinky. They really are stinky. So I decided to part ways with them in the house, that is. Spencer built a small chicken coop outside about a year ago. And I don't know if you guys have ever raised chickens, but you can't put a baby chick with an adult chick that is not their chick because they will kill it or pick on it severely to the point where usually they die. So it's not a guarantee that they'll die, but they usually do. And I didn't want that to happen. So I took them outside and put them in that smaller little chicken coop we have. I had to fix it up because a few things had fallen off. But I fixed it, and those birds are outside. And now I'm airing out that room they were in because it stinks. Even though they were in a thing. Yeah. Nice one, Greg. Mrs. Chip will get jealous with you hanging out with all the group of chicks. Yeah, she probably will get upset about that. At least there's no redheads. All right, anyway. And Albert says it's been a good day, and it's Friday too. Yes, I agree with you. Fridays are always a good day, right? Especially when you don't work the weekends. So yeah, we're gonna do this build, and we're gonna see how it goes. I'm really excited about it. I think we can do a lot of good things with this. And I was taking a peek at Rebrickable a little bit this afternoon, and I'll tell you what, you know how I'm doing the Italian Riviera, expanding it. Well, I'm going to do just like the real one, have a church on the side of the hill. The real Italian Riviera has a church up in the hill, and then the Riviera is over here. And I've never built a church before or attempted to. And so rather than reinvent the wheel, I looked at Rebrickable, and there's a really cool looking church on there. The instructions is only $5. And so most likely, I'm thinking that's going to be the route I'm going to go. I'm just going to buy it, and yeah. Well, I want to keep this family friendly, so I can't say anything more about the rooster, Greg. I was going to say something. Yeah, we do. Actually, it's I think it's 7, but the 7th one is a little shaky on whether it's a rooster or not. The 2 younger ones, we actually have 10 chickens if I think about it, because we have the 2 younger ones, and I have no idea what they are. So we actually have 10. So, and Mrs. Chip says no, yeah, no redhead chicks. And okay, so me and Mrs. Chip have been married for, it'll be 29 years in December. So been married a long time. But honestly, this has not been a sore subject. This is just a matter of fact. Every girlfriend I had was a redhead until I met Mrs. Chip, and I ended up marrying her, and she's not a redhead. So that's kind of why the joke's there. It's just an inside joke. It's not a big deal. And I joke with her a lot about it. In fact, there's a running joke that I go to the grocery store to go see the cute redhead that works there. Well, there is no cute redhead that works there. It's just a joke. Although I was going to say, maybe I'll be like some other guys and offer to go get milk and not come back for 30 years because they're a cute redhead. Anyway, I'm just joking. Well, this is not taking as long as I thought, this tearing it apart. That's awesome. But I want to get this done so we can start building, and I think this is a great idea. according to Lego.com, my two windmill villages from One Piece came in. And I don't have... they said they delivered it at the front door. I opened the front door right before the stream, and it wasn't there, but it's probably outside. So I'm going to check after the stream. But I've got that going, so I can build that. You go to New York and hang out with Mary Jane. Yeah. Kirsten Dunst's version. Yeah, she's cute. Don't worry. Mrs. Chip knows that I think she's cute. And it ain't no big deal. Mrs. Chip's got her favorites too. And I'm not going to put her on the spot and tell you, but I know who her celebrity crushes are. And neither one of us are worried about it. So it's not a big deal. And if you want to make a big deal out of it, you're funny, because the two people that matter in the equation, Mrs. Chip and I, don't care. So now Mrs. Chip has never said it, but I think she has a thing for that guy who plays Napoleon Dynamite. It's just the way she looks at him. She looks at him with the same disgust that she looks at me with. So I figure she's in love with him. Oh, all right. John Hader. I didn't know that was his name. Did you know that he actually grew up in Utah, which is just the next state south, 13 miles south of me? Well, I don't know where in Utah, though. Utah's a pretty big state. It's 400 miles north and south. Vote for Pedro, yes. Well, Mrs. Chip is encouraging me. She's telling me to keep it up. Look at that. Y'all are my witnesses. Look at that. All right. Just going to keep building. That's the safe thing to do in this situation. And also the other safe thing to do is to read a News of the Weird, because we haven't done this for a while. Okay. This one comes to us from Harris County, Texas. I have no idea where Harris County, Texas is. Either Mrs. Chip or Greg know where that's at, since you both are in Texas. She's having an excuse to kick your ass. Yeah, she is. Hey, Ken, it's been a while. How you been? Ken says, how are you doing today? I'm sitting here watching my favorite YouTuber while on my 30-minute lunch break, and I'm only working until 10:30 tonight instead of 12:30. Awesome. So is that just a regular 8-hour day? It's 2 hours east of me. Oh, wow. West. Okay. Well, I don't know where that's at. All right. Here's the story. Sean O'Donnell, 46, of Harris County, Texas, was charged with murder in late August. When deputies first responded on August 17th at O'Donnell's home, they found Aaron Pratt, 34, with a gunshot wound to his head. He had died from his injuries. Wow, that's tragic right there. Authorities first believed his death was suicide. Oh, I can't say that word on YouTube. They first believed he killed himself or took care of himself. But then when they looked into it more closely, things were not adding up. Allegedly, O'Donnell and Pratt were taking turns shooting each other in the head with the rifle while wearing a Kevlar helmet. And they were both intoxicated, by the way. Well, boy, I'm not surprised about that, are you? O'Donnell is being held on $300,000 bond. Oh, man. So did you, Ken, did you work 10 hours the other days, though? Because you said yesterday and again on Monday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, did you work 10 hours? Just curious. And Greg says that Harris County Houston is in that county. Okay. All right. Well, that sounds all right. I mean, kind of a little weird that, no alcohol would have to be involved. Let's just get real. I mean, who would do that sober? That's pretty nuts, though, man. You killed your best friend. Oh, boy. Yeah, I was watching, it's called the Darwin Awards. I think it's Brandon Herrera that runs that channel. And they had two guys looked like they were in Africa or maybe even the Middle East. And the guy put a cigarette in his mouth and tilted his head back, and his friend took like an AK-47 and shot the cigarette in half. But that only put it about an inch from his face. And I was like, you guys are nuts. I like playing games, but you can keep those games. I'll never play those. Okay, let's do another News of the Weird, because this next one I've already read too. Okay. An 80-year-old woman from Sapporo, Japan, is the latest victim of the online astronaut, the South China Morning Post reported on September 5th. The man met the, I don't know what that word is, woman. No, not the word woman. I just substituted that. Oh, man, I split a nail. That's a girly thing to say. Okay, anyway. The man met the woman on social media and claimed to be aboard a spaceship orbiting the Earth. He went on to convince her that his ship was under attack and he was running out of oxygen, which could only be remedied by the transfer of 1 million yen to his bank account so he could buy more oxygen. Oh my gosh, who the heck fell for this? Investigators said her communication with the fake spaceman showed that she had developed romantic feelings for him. Greg, I've been trying to answer that question for a long time. I think I'm married to a woman, but I'm not really sure. I'm fairly sure, but I'm not sure. I'm just kidding. And I'm sorry, when they first started coming out with, and I'm not trying to get political here, I'm just telling you guys a story. When they first came out with that saying that instead of calling a woman, calling her a birthing person, my mom looked at me and said, if you ever call me a birthing person, I'm going to kick your butt. And so anyway, that's how my mom feels about it. And, granted that she, was the major reason that I'm here, and she did take care of me. My mom did a pretty good job. She was a good mom. And she is still a good mom. She's still around. And Collectric, how's it going? It's good to see you again. For those who are just coming in, let me show you what today's activities are all about. Today's activities, we are going to be building this guy here off of Rebrickable. Oh, let me go back up. So you use 2 of these. I have 3 of them. And you build this nicer castle out of that. So that's what we're going to do. And I don't know how many streams it's going to take, but we're just going to get it done. And Albert says, yeah, it totally invalidates their specific struggles. Yes. And my mom, I know you haven't watched the channel very long, Albert, but regulars know this. I've shared it before. My mom's deaf. And my mom's been deaf ever since she was 6 months old. She had the measles, had a really high fever. And in fact, she really shouldn't be here because of how bad it was. But she survived. But as a result of this high fever and the sickness, she lost her hearing at the age of 6 months old. And so my mom's deaf. And not hard of hearing, deaf. And so for her to raise 5 children while my dad was in the military, in the Navy, and stationed abroad many times, my mom did a really good job. And we even had, of course, this is back in the 70s, because I'm in my 50s. I remember somebody called children's services on my mom once because they said there was no way that a deaf woman could take care of kids. And that infuriated my mom because my mom, she might have been deaf, but she was not dumb. That woman had a sixth sense about her. When we used to act up, she couldn't hear what was going on, but my mom knew when to check up on us, and we got busted so many times just from her walking in the room. My mom was smarter than the average bear. She still is. So anyway, I'm not calling my mom a bear either, but she can be a mama bear. But anyway, the point is, yes, life is difficult for everyone, and I don't care who you are. We all have our struggles, and a healthy dose of respect goes a long way. So anyway, I'll get off my soapbox there. Yeah, most moms know when kids are up to no good. Yeah, my sister used to tell me that she had 4 kids, and my sister used to tell me that whenever her kids were quiet or whenever they were laughing, it was time to check on them. And I remember when I had kids, I stayed home with our kids for most of it because I was going to school. And our kids, they were good kids, but I always knew to check up on them when they got quiet. And whenever I got on the phone, they figured it was their chance to start making a bunch of noise, which was always annoying because when I was raising my kids, when voice prompts first came out, when you call a business, and that was so annoying because the kids making noise, they'd be like, "Oh, you selected 3," and I'm like, "No, I didn't." But yes, I have mad respect for my mom just because she raised 5 kids. She was not a single mom, but my dad being gone a lot because he was in the Navy, I'm sure it felt like she was. Your mom's like a grizzly bear when she gets pissed. Oh yeah, no, my mom didn't spare that belt, man. If we acted up, we got it. But my mom's also a very kind-hearted person. On top of that, my mom likes to crochet blankets, baby blankets, and every single one of us kids, whenever we had kids, we got a baby blanket. It was color-coded according to whether it was male or female baby. And now that my mom is old enough in her 80s, she has grandkids that are having kids. And she has made baby blankets for all of them. And then my mom also makes all baby blankets for every single baby that's born in her church, in her congregation. She finds out about it and she'll start crocheting one. So anyway. I like what you said there, Greg. Your asses will be 50 shades of red. Yeah, it would be with her. Might start bleeding over to 20 colors of shades of purple, too. The color purple. Anyway. Wow, I didn't realize. Look at this. We're almost done with tearing this thing apart. We only got this little thing left. That's it. I don't know how far we can start building with it, but I don't know. Maybe we'll start building and see how far we can get, and if we need to tear into another one right away, we will. Tear you a new one. Sorry, that was kind of dumb, but all right. Let's see what we got here. I'm sure we got another news of the weird. Recent alarming headlines. Richard Catrone, 67, of the retirement community Belmont Villas, Del Boca Vista, no, I'm just kidding, no, Belmont Villas in Long Island, New York, was walking his dog on September 9th when 76-year-old Kathleen Schumann emerged from her apartment and shot Catrone in the face with a flare gun. Oh, what the? Does she know him? As seen on a home security video, Catrone let go of his dog's leash and lunged at Schumann. My next exclamation was to get the gun and knock it out of her hand. I wanted to protect my dog, Catrone said. She claimed that I was a devil and tried to murder her. What? Somebody obviously has some mental issues there. Whoa. What the heck? Neighbors said the two have feuded before. Oh, okay. So they knew each other. And there was feuding before. Okay, well, then maybe that makes a little bit more sense. I mean, that doesn't excuse her shooting him in the face with a flare gun. I mean, that still can hurt you. Neighbors said the two have feuded before over Schumann's cat sitting outside with her cat, which was always upsetting his dog. I just asked her, can you keep the cat inside, Catrone said. And that started the situation. Really just asking a question? Schumann was charged with assault and pleaded not guilty. Her attorney said she will temporarily live with the relative. Well, if she's that unhinged, maybe she needs to live with the relative full time. I don't know. What does the butcher say to the cow? Hello, nice to meet you. Okay. That's all right. So mornings with Chip, we are done with the Ninjago sets. I can't find my Ninjago City set, so I'm not going to build it. And nor am I going to check my almost 60 totes to find it either. What we're going to do instead is we're going to start working on the Batman Shadow Box. Chip, my castle is better. Well, awesome, dude. How is your castle building going? And how you doing this evening, Owen? You feeling better? Yeah, as a cat owner myself, it's better to keep them indoors. It's very dangerous for them to go outside. Illness, predatory animals, and aggressive dog all pose a threat. Correct. We have an indoor cat here. His name is Max. I live out in the country, and I've got 3 acres, and all 3 acres are fenced off, so it keeps most predators out. So we do have an outdoor mouse patrol. And out here, if you don't have a mouse patrol outside, you will have them on the inside. And I am happy to tell you we've lived here 3.5 years, and I've only had 2 dead mice in the house the whole entire time in 3 years. So we do not have a mouse problem. But that requires 5 outdoor cats. I make them earn their keep. It's good. Sorry, I said that because upgraded this castle. Because I upgraded. Okay, you upgraded this castle. Okay. Hey, no, you're fine, dude. Hey, yours could be better for all I know. I don't know. I just figured I wanted to try this. I've got a lot of Lego castle. I wish I could show you, but it's over there. I've got the Knight's Castle. I've got the Mountain Fortress, which was a Bricklink set. The Seaside Medieval Market, which is also a Bricklink set. I've got the Windmill Village, the Siege Encampment, which is also a Bricklink set. I got the Forestman's Hideout, which is also a Bricklink set. And I have other castles, just haven't built them yet. Hey, John. How the hell are we? Well, hell's not a part of anything I do. No, I'm just kidding. Hell's just my whole entire life. I'm just kidding. I'm joking around. It's not. I actually have a really good life, and I know that I'm blessed. Oh, you guys remember that movie with Gene Wilder in it, where that guy goes up to him and he doesn't recognize him, and he says, "Say, who in the hell are you?" And Gene Wilder doesn't get it. The guy's asking his name. But the guy says, "Say, who in the hell are you?" And Gene Wilder just goes, "Who in the hell are you?" He says, "No, say, who in the hell are you?" And Gene Wilder doesn't get it. He's like, "Who in the hell are you?" So the guy gets really upset with him because he wants to know who he is, and he won't tell him. I'm rooting for Tampa Bay Devil Rays tonight. All right. Okay. I don't know if I'm being wise starting the build right now, but Let's see if we can do this. I only wrecked one, and I really need two. I'm currently building an alien transport vehicle. Awesome. I'd love to see it when it's done. Because if Tampa Bay wins, then we may clinch the division. Well, there's something else you should clinch. No, I'm just kidding. John, I'm just joking. All right, so we've got this done so far. Let's see where we can. I was afraid of taking two of them apart because then I won't be able to see the pieces, but even with just one of these apart, I can't see the pieces. I've been watching the 1989 TV show Border Town. I forgot how much fun the show was. More like a Western. Okay. Who's in it? Because I don't remember that, but just who's in that show? Uh-oh. Helps if I do it right. Canadian actors no one knows at the... Okay. All right, well, I probably still wouldn't know them. I'm not a fan of Canadians. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. My best friend, Brian Head, he's a kid I grew up with. I didn't know this until years, like we were in our teenage years. I always thought his dad was a little bit off, and I really mean that. And then him and I were talking one day, and we were talking about doing our family history, researching it. And Brian brought out his dad's birth certificate. He's from Canada. And I told Brian, I said, yeah, that makes total sense. And Brian's like, shut up, man. Well, tonight I'm not. We're trying to beat the Toronto Blue Jays. Mayo is live in 25 minutes. Oh, okay. I didn't know Mayo still did a Friday night stream. I thought he stopped. But I don't know. I don't keep up, and it's not that I don't care. It's that I just don't have time to keep up with much anymore. I've been very wrapped up in trying to make this channel something I can make a few dollars off of, because I need to make a few dollars off of it. Oh, he's on spring break. Okay. Oh, is he still going to school? I thought he graduated. See, that's what I don't even know. Yeah, it's not a, yeah. I just don't know him that well. Well, let's take a quick break and look at another news of the weird. This one is called The Neighbors. Gorilla-obsessed Adele Teal, 58, is battling the Wakefield, Yorkshire Council, where she lives, over a 4-foot-tall resin gorilla she installed on the second-story platform of the front of her house. The Daily Star reported, the cherished gorilla named Caesar has been deemed out of character with the surrounding area and an obtrusive feature by the council. He's nothing more than a garden ornament, Teal said. He's secure up there. He has been screwed and glued in place. I own the house. It's mine, so I can surely have whatever I want on the outside to decorate it. Caesar makes me smile. He makes me happy. Okay, well, isn't that the old saying about the 600-pound gorilla in the corner? Anyway, I'm just kidding. I don't know. It's almost amazing what people get bent out of shape for. So, are you still streaming with Mayo, Owen? I know at one time you did, but you haven't in a while? Okay. I used to stream with them too, but that was what, like 2 years ago? Yeah. It's a possibility for the future. Yeah, keep your options open, man. Could be beneficial. Okay. Well, I think we're making beautiful progress on this. I did enjoy building the F1 Formula Racer earlier. And if the windmills are outside, like they're supposed to be, if they got delivered, we're going to do that on a live stream here soon. Keep in mind, I will be gone starting Tuesday. I will be gone for about a week. I'm going to visit Mrs. Chip. I did try to film ahead. I was only able to film one video in advance. I apologize for that, but when I'm gone, I'm going to be gone. You know, I'm kind of liking this Rebrickable thing because I enjoy being able to do this. I mean, I don't have to design it. I just have to have the pieces. Now, don't get me wrong. You're still going to see my builds, but I think it would be nice once in a while to incorporate one of these builds. And I did give credit for the guy too. In the link or in the description is a link to buy the instructions if you want. I do not get anything from that. I do not get a kickback. I do not get anything for doing that. But I thought it was the right thing to do since I'm using his instructions, is to give you the chance to easily find it if you want to get the instructions. And if you don't, that's fine too. You don't have to, but just making it available for those who want it. I need to move these big plates out of the way. And I'm strongly considering doing another live stream tomorrow morning to continue this build. There we go. I couldn't find that piece. So has anybody watched that show One Piece on Netflix? I have not. I have a couple of the sets in Lego, but I don't have it. Mr. Chip, don't take. Well, Mr. Chip will not take Jeff away from you, I promise. Mr. Jeff will always be Mr. Jeff. I know what you meant. You meant Mrs. Chip. But No, I'm visiting Mrs. Chip for about a week. We've got some unfinished business to take care of. Yeah, make it sound all big and official. No, I'm not. I'm helping her out. She's got a storage unit that's costing us some money every month, and it's not really used as much as it's worth. So I'm going down there with my trailer to help her move stuff around so that we can discontinue the trailer. Okay, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Okay. And Albert says, I wonder if Lego sets are based more off of the live action show or the original. I don't know. That's a really good question because I did read that. There's something like 111 like books on it or something. It's a really long running series. Okay, so here's my problem. The way this was built, there's a gap. But when you look at the instructions, there is not a gap. But it makes no sense because I'm looking at the way the pieces are lined up. Anyway, hopefully that resolves itself. These are not my instructions, so I don't know. I just don't know. Have you guys watched any of the One Piece at all? But one thing I do know, this one time at band camp, no, I'm just kidding. That is actually one of my favorite movies, American Pie. Oh, I missed something. I did. I missed something. All right. Okay. Well, I need to go a little slower then. I really am liking this version of the castle, even though I haven't built much of it yet. So, just out of curiosity, because this has been coming up a lot too. Has any of you guys like used AI like Chat GPT? I'm just curious because I hear a lot of things about it, and I admit I'm completely ignorant. I don't know anything about it. I've never used Chat GPT, but I'm hearing from people that it can be a really good tool for research and stuff. I'm still here, by the way. Okay. Oh, awesome, Owen. I'm glad to see that you're doing better than you were yesterday. Okay, so we built this little section, and it's telling us to move on. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to set this aside. We're going to set it aside because I'm going to be beside myself. All right. Some might argue I'm already beside myself. I'm sure Mrs. Chip will make that argument. No, I refuse to. Yeah, I haven't used it yet myself, like I said, John. But I am curious about it. Okay. Oh boy, my fingers just popped. Okay, now we're at the point where I do need more pieces than this one set. And let me see if I can pull it from over here, because you know how the 3-in-1s don't use all the pieces. Well, I set aside the extra pieces over here, knowing that at some point I was going to need them. There we go. So Albert says, I haven't been impressed with AI so far. It tends to get details wrong. If you slightly edit your prompts, feels like a 3D movie fat. Yeah, I kind of wondered about that, because, okay, so some people say they use it, okay, for like video ideas and stuff. But what I wonder about that is how versatile really is AI. Because if AI is giving people ideas for videos and stories and stuff, I mean, how creative is it? Can it come up with a different story every single time? Or is it giving 30 million people the same idea and people just think that they're being innovative and creative and they're really not? I don't know. I've never used it, so I don't know. But I wonder that. But I'm hearing that it's all the rave about getting a job of the future is you have to know AI. And currently I don't know AI at all, so that would not help me. So anyway. Okay. So put it here and here. And we need one more of those. I'd rather learn a trade like an electrician. Yeah, I tried that. I wanted to do that. But that jerk, it never paid me. Anyway, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be calling people jerks. Although some people are jerks. Be right back, need water. Okay, well, I got the do this time. Okay. And there's been this massive influx of entirely AI scripted, narrated with pictures all over YouTube. You are correct. In fact, YouTube has warned creators to stop using AI. And in the future, and actually right now, it's just an option when you put a video. You have to say whether it's AI or not. But I heard in the near future, you're going to be required to tell them whether it's AI or not. So, yeah, they're making steps, and I mean, I'm happy about that, because I mean, I'm all about creation, but using AI just seems cheap, lazy, dirty, and I'm not for it. I would like to use AI on a project, but it has nothing to do with YouTube. It has to do with machine learning. So I'm wondering if AI can help me with machine learning to make a project that I want to do go a lot faster. But I don't know enough about it. I got to do some research. And when I figure it out, I'll certainly let you guys know. Using AI is faster way and not creative. Yeah, I think it's, like I said, I think it's cheap and dirty. I mean, can you really say it's your idea if you write a prompt to AI and say, hey, I want a video outline about this subject, and it gives you bullet points? I mean, did you really do anything besides type a few words? No, you didn't really do it. So it doesn't seem too creative to me. All right, so let's see if we can find the rest of these pieces here. And most AI should be what you're using as a spinboard for your own creativity, not doing all the work for you. I agree. But if you use AI and it's not your idea, it's fake content. I agree. I'm totally on board with that. And that's why there are certain channels. I mean, I think we all know nowadays when a voice is AI. And when I hear videos that are AI, I don't watch them. I switch them off. I'm not interested. Okay, so we got to do the other side. Yeah, I tried watching an AI video a couple days ago, and I only got about 30 seconds into it, and it was talking about this very popular, what is it called, $1 million highway in Colorado. If you guys don't know about that, that's a road that was built over 100 years ago. It was really hard to build, and it literally cost over $1 million a mile, which back in the 20s when it was built, that was a huge deal. So anyway, they did I've watched other things on it, so I know about the $1 million highway. But this particular AI video, immediately it showed a picture of an SUV driving on the road, but this is in Colorado, US, where we drive on the right-hand side. Well, it had it like on England driving on the opposite side of the road. And so I thought that was really funny that AI didn't catch that it did that. And so I knew it was AI because the voice, and also, like you said, things were not factually correct about it. So I got a little bit of humor out of it. AI will be advanced, will soon be that advanced it could cause a war. I wonder. I don't know enough about AI. I know that I've heard rumors, and these are only rumors because I haven't looked into it. This is just kind of like reading the headlines. People are complaining that there are no safeguards. These companies are so fast to try to develop AI that there's no safeguards in place. They're just letting it run rampant. So that's a concern if that's true. All right, let's do another News of the Weird, shall we? This one's called Awesome. Have no fear if you live in Greenville, South Carolina. Spider-Man is on the job. The 18-year-old superhero fills his downtime with picking up litter, meeting with fans, and listening to his police scanner. WYFF4 TV reported on September 10th. Lately, though, he's been busy recently saving 2 people stuck on a waterfall at Falls Park. So I saw one of them almost slip and fall, and I jumped over some rocks to get over there. And then they grabbed my wrist, and I pulled them up. The friendly downtown Spider-Man explained. My intention is to help the people of Greenville protect and honestly spread kindness along the way. Okay. That's not too bad. It is a little weird, but not too bad of a story. I mean, sometimes these things that we come up with are really just weird. But that one's okay. I know I have a granddaughter that would love that. She loves Spider-Man. Mainly because her mother likes Spider-Man. Yeah, that was a nice story for a change instead of somebody playing with Kevlar helmets, alcohol, and a rifle. That was certainly a lot better than that story. I can't believe that, man. I mean, can you imagine that? I mean, having to live with that on your conscience, that you sat there and played around with a gun while drunk and your friend ended up dead. That's a hell of a price to pay for both of them. And I don't wish that upon anybody. I genuinely feel sorry for the guy. I mean, maybe I shouldn't feel sorry for him because he's an idiot, but I still feel sorry for him. I don't know if I could really live with that if I knew that I was involved like that. Liam bricked the bed. How you doing, man? And Albert says there's one guy on here who makes entirely AI made videos, NeuroViz, but he made the whole story himself. It's the best example of what AI video should be. So in other words, what you're saying is the guy came up with the idea entirely by himself. He didn't want to narrate it, so he asked for assistance from AI, and AI assisted him, but AI did not come up with the story or the content. Now, yeah, I can understand that. That sounds actually like a good idea. And I forgot to ask this, so I'll ask it now. I know the answer for most of my audience, but Albert, since this is the first time I'm seeing you, and Liam, this is the first time I'm seeing you, would you please tell me what's your favorite theme in Lego? And yes, I purposely, that time was not on purpose. I do purposely say Legos, and the reason I do it is because I think that the argument on whether it's Lego or Legos is so stupid that I go ahead and say it because, well, I know it upsets people. So I guess I'm a bit of a turd for trying that. And I know Mrs. Chips over like a bit. What are you talking about? You are a turd. That's probably what she's saying. Anyway. Okay. Well, we've come to the unfortunate juncture of having to destroy another castle, or else we cannot move on. So, what are we going to do? I don't feel like stopping. I got a few more minutes. Let's go ahead and let's tear down the other castle, the second version, and then I think we'll stop after we wreck this. Because like I said, I want to pick this up back tomorrow morning, and we'll go ahead. And Liam says classic castle, classic space, pirates, modulars, and Star Wars. Cool. I have a wide variety of interests too when it comes to Lego. I have cut back though because the prices are putting me in the poorhouse. So here lately, I haven't. I've been buying only City, but I do break that rule. Like I bought Soundwave because I bought Optimus Prime and Bumblebee already. So, and I really like those sets. Those are really cool. And Albert says, when I was younger, it was mainly Star Wars Lego, but I've always had a soft spot for the Castle theme, which has had many iterations. Yes, it has, and I absolutely love Castle. I started collecting Legos when I was 4. I'm now in my 50s, and I have some of the older ones like the Black Falcon's Fortress, the King's Castle. I do not have the original yellow castle with the brick-built horses. I do not have that, unfortunately. But I'd love to get it. I'm getting back into Lego with the newer castle sets. I have one of the Lion's Night castles arriving tomorrow. Oh, awesome. You will love that Lion's Night castle. I have it built over there on the fireplace mantle, which I never use the fireplace, so it doesn't matter. Not hard to be in the poorhouse when it comes to Lego. No, it's not. This is an expensive hobby. I just try to be responsible because I'm not trying to end up in financial ruin here. And I say that, and I've bought a bunch of Lego. Anyway, yeah, I do have quite a sizable collection, by the way. But yeah, I need more pieces, so unfortunately, I'm going to have to devour this castle real quick. And I think the best part, now I don't like the second version here, and I put that in a video. I haven't released it yet. But this is the best part. I love the little sheep. In fact, I'm not going to wreck him. Anybody excited? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I usually... Even though they're expensive, I usually buy all of the Bricklink ones. And I did see the Wolfpack castle. And in fact, since you mentioned it, let me head over to Bricklink and show you guys. There's going to be another lineup coming out on October the 6th. You can order it. And so let's go there. Oh, come on. Okay, let's go to the Bricklink Designer Program current series. Let's go over to here. Okay, so Series 4 is the next series. And this one does not have the Wolfpack, though. But this one here does have the Art Factory, which I do want to buy. Has the Outlaws Forest Den, the Gold Mine Expedition. It also has Off-Road Adventure, the Sequoia Tree Trail, which is cool. Series 5. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. I'm sorry. That was not series. I don't know what series that was. It wasn't the right one. So this one here has already been ordered. This is over, and I ordered 2 of each. The Thieves of Tor, I don't know how to pronounce that, but that's cool. It's like pirate-like themed. Mushroom Village, the Antique Shop, the Popcorn Wagon, and Adventures in Transylvania. Now, Solid Brick Studio, I think he already has a copy of this because he's a Lego ambassador and he's done a review on that. It's pretty cool. And then we have Series 6, and that's the one I just went over. Let's see, is it Series 7? I can't remember where it's at. Series 7, the Privateer Frigate Fortuna. The Walt, I don't really care for that. I don't think I'm going to buy it, actually. The sushi restaurant, though, now that jives with me. That looks awesome. Then we got the Alchemist Shop and the Antique Collection that is not minifigure size. Let's see. Unfortunately, a lot of my browns, dark reds, and dark blues were all from the brittle plastic era, so many of them are lost. Yes, I have actually cut my fingers on it. Okay, here we go. The Brick Railroad Locomotive. Now, this one I am so looking forward to. I love trains. My dad's into trains. My dad has model railroads. He's part of a model railroad club. That's how I met my lug, was I was helping my dad with his club. And the lug that I belonged to was displaying at the same show. I went over and talked to him and joined. So having a diesel engine out of Lego is just freaking awesome. Coconut Cape is, I love that. Oh my gosh, look at the color on that. That just looks really cool. And then the Dust Mark Keep, another castle. That looks awesome. University of Science, and then the hot air balloon. So we got a lot. I don't think Series 9 is, yeah, that's submission, so it's not open yet. Yeah, we got a long way to go with this one. So, submissions end on the 29th. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that. Let me get back to building here, or taking apart. There she is. I'm looking at it now. Is an outlaw forest den, the wolf pack. In the upcoming one, I definitely have to snag one since I also have the newer forestman. Yeah, the forestman's actually pretty cool. I built that one on this channel. If we're talking about the same one, I'm sure we are. John says Porthouse is being a little shit. Well, what's he doing, John? I ordered the Thieves a Tortuga. Yeah, that's a good set, and I can't wait for it to come in. I don't know when it's going to ship. I'm hoping soon. I'd really like to build those. The Transylvania one looks really cool in my opinion too. I love the contrast of the black against the red. And not only that, the design of it's cool too, but love the color contrast. And let's see. He goes to the door, rings the bell, leaves me a present as I'm getting up to take him out. Oh, man. Well, I got to tell you guys a story about Enzo. And I felt really bad. The other night, Spencer and I, we went, I don't remember where we went, but we took Enzo with us. And when we came back, Enzo, he likes to take his time coming in the house. And Spencer and I were so into the conversation that we were having that neither one of us noticed that we made it in the house, but Enzo didn't. 5 hours later, I called Enzo to put him outside, and he wasn't coming. He was not listening. So I was like, dang it, dog, really? So I'm looking around. I can't find him. And Spencer hears me calling him. So Spencer says, well, hey, let me help you find him. So we're looking around the house. We go outside. We go in the backyard. We cannot find him. He's gone. And then Spencer was like, do you think we let him in the house? And I was like, I don't think we did. So we go in the garage. And there's Enzo hiding underneath the truck. But you know who comes in the house now right away? Anyway, let me catch up on some comments here. Oh, what happened? Oh, there it went. Oh, I don't know what happened. No more water for him. How much is that train? Oh, it's not. I don't think it's. Let me look. I don't think it has a price yet. It does not have a price yet. Yeah, it doesn't have a price. Yeah, I won't know until later, John. Coconut Cape is, oh, I love that. I'm falling asleep. Y'all have a great night. Okay, Mrs. Ship. I'd rather hear she's tired than she has a headache. I'm just kidding. I'm just messing around. And if you guys don't know, Mrs. Chip has been my wife for 29 years, and we have a healthy dose of sarcasm and other things that go on between us. So, anyway. And the recreation of the old Forestman tree hideout. Yeah, that's a good one. I have that one downstairs where the TV's at. We've got a shelf above where the TV's at, and that's where currently mine is at. That's where I'm storing it. And part of the reason I'm building this castle is I'm trying to get a feel for things. Coming up here soon, well, not here soon, but in June, we have the Welsh Festival here in Malad. And the Welsh Festival, well, it's castle related. And so I want to display at there because my lug won't do it, so I want to do it. And this could be part of it, actually, maybe. We'll find out. Well, like I said, I'm going to take this apart so we have 2 complete castles done. And actually, oh shoot, there's another Rebrickable set that I'm really interested in doing, and I'd like to show you guys that. So let me see if I can go to Rebrickable here. There we go. Yeah, okay, so One Piece is the longest running and the best-selling manga series of all time, spanning 110 books since its start in 1997. Wow. That is, wow. That's almost 30 years, guys. That's a long, and the thing is, I didn't even hear of One Piece until Lego came out with those sets. Tells you what little I know. Okay, let's go to, oh, come on. Work with me here. Okay, so let me show you guys here another thing that I want to do here. Okay, so we're building this one here, but this one is using 2 of the haunted houses and 186 other pieces. But it's a little tavern, and I really like it. So I think I'm really leaning towards buying the instructions to this and building this one online and putting that in my city. So anyway, oh boy, I don't know where that went. Well, my foot will find it later on as I'm walking around. I'm sure of it. It always does, doesn't it? But yeah, I'd like to build that right there, that tavern. There are some other good ones too. There's this one. I have one of the sets. I have the Oscorp, but it requires 1,500 other pieces. So I'm kind of really wondering if I'm really going to build it, because that's kind of a lot of extra pieces. And I'd rather work on my city. My city is kind of like my big priority right now. I really want to get that going. But it's a good set. I just wish it didn't need the 1,500 extra pieces. And let's see, what's another one on Rebrickable I found? This one right here. It takes, it's the Boutique Motel, which was a modular that came out a few years ago. And I have 2 of them, so I wouldn't mind using one of them to build this right here. I think it looks really cool. And then we've got one more. And this is a church, which I have never, like I said, built a Lego church. But I'm considering building a Lego church. And there it is. I think that looks really cool. I love the bell tower. So anyway, yeah, I've got a few things coming around and up my sleeve and other places. So, but if you guys would, please drop a like on this live stream. I'd appreciate it. And I really do like this Rebrickable. It has 2,994 pieces. Love the cemetery. That just looks so cool. Anyway, just wanted to show you guys that. Some of the ideas I have for the future. Let's quit sharing the screen. And there we go. I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, destroy this building, and then we will get going for the night. But remember, I'm not even going to clear off this table, because tomorrow morning I'm going to do another live stream, and this is exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to get this castle done. So if you guys are around, I'm probably going to do it a little bit earlier. I think on Saturdays, according to YouTube, my audience is on a little bit earlier than during the week. So I might do it an hour earlier at 10 o'clock Mountain Time, which is noon Eastern. So we'll take a look at that. But tomorrow morning, we can do another version of this, and we won't have to take anything apart because we'll already have it taken apart. And I think we'll do one more News of the Weird before I go, and then we'll finish this up here. It says, but why? All the king's horses and all the king's men are looking for two men who nabbed a Humpty Dumpty statue from Ocean Putt Miniature Golf in Cape May, New Jersey. On September 7th, NBC4 TV reported that the thieves were captured on surveillance video as they climbed a fence and removed the character before dropping it at a property a few doors away. Police hope the public will help them identify the bad eggs who vandalized the statue. God, I'm wondering if alcohol was involved in that. That sounds like that's alcohol fueled, but I don't know. And you guys are always welcome to read News of the Weird. It's Andrew McNeil's syndication, and I think it's called Chuck Shepard's. Let me look. Yeah, Shepherd Express is the guy who writes this, Chuck Shepard. Wow, I just have a mountain of pieces. The good news is, now that I have this over here destroyed over here, I can slide that to the side, and then tomorrow the pieces will be to the side and out of the way, rather than right in front of me and in my way. So that's a bit of good news for tomorrow. And in fact, I'm so confident I'm going to do this again tomorrow. I'm going to set up the live stream pretty much right after I'm done with this. So you guys will be able to see that, and it'll be active. And I promise to, I do have another alarm clock, by the way. I found a second one in the house. So I will set that, and hopefully that'll be ready to go, and I won't wake up late tomorrow. All right, so we are done with destroying the two sets. If you guys would, hit that like button, subscribe if you feel like I've earned your subscription. And if you're on Rumble, give it a rumble and follow it over there. All right, guys, be good to each other. Stay safe out there. Remember, I will be doing another live stream of this tomorrow morning. Have a good night.